Hey guys, Chelsea here from Making Manzanita, and today we're going to turn these dollar store ornaments into very fun, on-trend, textured ornaments with boho style. So let's start with the supplies. Obviously you need the ornaments, and then you need several different colors of acrylic paint. And in the video's description, I am linking every one of these colors if you want to use the exact colors that I'm using. But really, I just used whatever I had on hand that kind of matched with my Christmas decorations, and I usually keep things pretty neutral. I also grabbed two of these larger white Christmas ornaments from the dollar store as well. Another thing that you'll want to have handy is some skewers and those, or straws. Those are really helpful for putting them on the ornaments on the end of them for drying purposes. And I'll show you exactly how to do that a little bit later. All right, so you want to start by removing the caps from the ornaments, setting those aside, and then doing one base layer of acrylic paints on each ornament with a paintbrush. Don't worry about seeing that underneath color. We're going to take care of that as we do additional layers, but just get a good base layer on each ornament and let that dry thoroughly. And I'm doing each of mine in different colors. So you want to use the color that you're going to be using on the ornament you want to use for your base layer. So you can see there I am putting the skewer in a cup and then putting that upside down in to dry the ornaments. Okay, so just keep going. Again, one thin layer of acrylic paint on each ornament and put them on the skewer, let it dry. So this is where things got interesting because I had a few glitter ornaments in my pack. Okay, so I had to show you guys this closer because this is the glitter ones, and I bought a pack that only had 3 glitter ones, and I was thinking these ones wouldn't work out very well, but look at that texture on there. This is kind of what the texture is going to look like on the other ones after I get the baking soda added on the next layers. There you go, that's a little better. So honestly, quiet. Honestly, the glitter ones are a great solution if you don't want to go through with the whole baking soda thing, because that texture is like already built in. And so I'll do a couple of layers on this one, and then I may just see how it looks in comparison to the baking soda ones, as long as I can get. And the glitter is not really coming off on my paintbrush. That's another thing I was worried about. You can see, let's see if I can get it to focus on this paintbrush. Well, it's not coming off on the paintbrush. So this is actually, it's kind of coming off on my hands, but this is a great solution for it gives you the texture, just built right in there. So I'm gonna keep painting these. I've done 3 different colors. I'm on color number 4 here. Then I'll finish. I've got some of these bigger ones that I still need to work through. So we'll just keep painting the first layer on. Continue working through all of your ornaments until you get all of them painted with that first layer of paint, and then let them dry like I said. And I probably waited about an hour. I waited until they were all dry to the touch. And again, just put them upside down in cups on skewers or straws. I used straws for the larger ornaments, but they didn't fit in the smaller ornaments. All right, so while those are drying, you can move on to the ornament caps. So those are the little metal and plastic caps that come off of the ornaments. And to make these look kind of antique rather than the shiny new look that they come with, I am using Rub 'n Buff. And the color I'm using is European Gold. And really all you do is just use your finger and rub it all over the metal and plastic ornament caps, and then you can wipe off the excess with a cloth or paper towel if needed. I just used my finger though. But remember that a little bit goes a long way with Rub 'n Buff. So just use just a little bit at a time, and here you can see the difference between using the Rub 'n Buff and leaving it just natural. Now this step is totally optional. If you want to skip it, you like the way they are, leave it. I had the Rub 'n Buff on hand, so I decided to do it, and I liked the way it turned out. But feel free to customize this for whatever you like. Okay, now we're moving on to the second coat, and I'm showing you the glitter ornament. And you can see there, it still has that lovely texture even after that second coat of paint. So no need to use this baking soda paint method on the glitter ornaments. But now it's time to mix the paint and the baking soda for all of the other ornaments. And so what I usually do, I just mix it with my paintbrush on a paper plate. And I usually start with about a 1-to-1 ratio of paint to baking soda, but feel free to play around with different ratios. In general, the more baking soda you add, the thicker the texture on the ornament is going to be. So once you get it mixed up, you can just brush that baking soda and paint mixture onto the ornament over the base layer of paint once it has dried. You can see there that it just gives it a really lovely texture and makes it look awesome. So for this brown one, I really wasn't happy after the second coat of paint with the baking soda. So what I did, I wanted to give it a little color variation. So I'm taking the brown paint and I put the baking soda on it so that some of the white remained. I didn't mix it together, and you can see there it gives it just a little bit of color variation that I really love. Then again, you want to wait for these to dry. So pop them back on the skewers and set them aside and let those dry thoroughly before moving on. And again, with those glitter ornaments, you won't need to mix the paint and the baking soda. You can just do another layer of paint. I really love those large ones. I think those look great. I love the different color variations. All right, so for this one, I wanted a little more color variation on this one. So what I'm using is a dry brush technique. So I'm putting a little bit of white paint on the brush, wiping it off on a paper towel, and then just very dry, very gently brushing it over the ornament in just a couple spots here and there. I also did the same thing with Rub and Buff, just a little bit of Rub and Buff on my finger and wiped it around on that ornament. All right, so once they're all dry, you can pop back on those ornament caps. Make sure the Rub and Buff is dry as well. Those just will pop back into place. And then the plastic ones as well just pop right back on. And this is one part that my little one wanted to help with. She saw me working on this and she was like, oh, looks like I can do that. So she put all those back on for me and she had fun helping Mama. I always love making these little memories with her as we work on crafts together. Anytime she can help, she's always game for helping me. She's my little buddy. All right, so now we're gonna put the ribbon on the top, and I'm using this gorgeous neutral colored velvet ribbon that I found on Amazon. You can simply just cut it and then knot it, and I think it looks great. I used all 3 of the colors. All right, so I thought I was done, but then I started putting them on and realized that you could totally see the red poking through where I was holding the ornament up there at the top once I got the caps back on. So instead of getting all my paint back out, I'm just using a little bit of Rub and Buff to make it look gold, and that will just blend in with the ornament cap. So I removed all the caps very quickly, put a little bit of that Rub and Buff on, let it dry, and then threw the caps back on, and it was okay. I got a Rub and Buff at the top on some of them where I had touched, but that's okay. I just wiped it into place, and the Rub and Buff just adds a little bit of texture and character to the textured ornaments anyway. All right, so here is how they turned out. I absolutely love them. I wish I would have done more, and maybe if I have time later in the holiday season, I'll do another little batch of them. I already have all the supplies, so I just need to grab another thing from the dollar store Ornaments, and it's only $1. So these totally look like something that could be on sale at high dollar stores. I've even seen some at sale on like Studio McGee, Pottery Barn, Restoration Hardware. But truthfully, these were made on a total budget using dollar store Christmas ornaments, and you saw how easy it was to make these. You can customize them to fit in with your exact Christmas style or color palette, and they will look great on my tree. I can't wait to get them put up. And here I am pointing out the 3 ones that were made with the glitter, which didn't have the baking soda added. You can see there they all have a slightly different texture, but they are still textured enough, and they don't look like anything's missing. They blend right in with the other ones. If I were to do this again, I would probably do all glitter just because it would have saved me a step. So if you're going to be trying this and you find all glitter ones at Dollar Tree, feel free to grab those. And I would love it if you guys would let me know how it goes if you make these in the comments below. If you're interested in any of the supplies that were mentioned in the video, be sure to check out the video description for any of the links. And be sure to subscribe to our channel while you are here. Just push our button, push our picture right here. I have tons more Dollar Tree Christmas crafts coming your way this season. All right, have a great day.